What's up, YouTube? First of all, I want to I want to say sorry because it's been a while that I've uploaded video here. Okay, I've been busy somehow. So this video is actually very essential. It's all about people that sell signal and people that take signal, cause signal. And I want to actually tell you certain important thing that you don't know about signals, so you know what it is. Actually, I don't give signals. I don't give signals. But once in a while, for people who are taking my mentorship class, I just share trade with them, not which is not even regular. Once in a while, just share trade that, oh guys, you can take this, but I don't give signal. I used to in the past, but then I realized that I'm actually not helping these people. I'm actually not helping these people. So because of that, I stopped giving signals. So I'm going to tell you why it is actually not ideal to take signal from traders or something like that. So it will be better for you to master the act and then do it yourself rather than taking signal. And if you want to take signal, there is something you need to know. Probably if you know it, then you can take signal, which is what I want to talk about in this video. So the first thing you need to understand is this: when you take signal, okay, majority of you who take signals from people don't factor in the risk management. Okay, you just take signal. Oh, they say you should buy, you just buy. You don't bother yourself about the lot size. You don't bother yourself about um, the broker you are using and the broker your mentor is using. Because one thing you need to understand is that brokers are different. Take for example, for people who is using XNES broker, for example, if you want to take a trade on S&P 500, the smallest lot size you can use for S&P 500 is 0.03. On some broker, the smaller lot size you can use on S&P 500, for example, if you want to take a trade on S&P 500, is 0.01. Okay, and then again, these things are more expensive on different broker. Take for example, there is a particular broker that one of my clients is using called Axel. That broker is 0.01. It's like you are using a standard lot size on such broker. It is actually very expensive. That kind of broker, I don't advise newbies to use it, or people who don't have good capital to use it. It is meant for bigger guys, so people with large capital to trade. Because if you are trading on small capital, you may not even be able to take some trade, because if a micro lot size as 0.01 is that expensive, imagine if you take a trade, before you know it, want to trade, your account is gone. So it is important that first of all you understand the broker you are using, and understand the lot size that is suitable for you to take, okay, based on the capital you are trading with. It is then that you can then say somebody give you signal and you are taking the trade. And then there is always differences among these broker charts. Their charts, they are somehow different. So the point is, when you take signal, you need to factor in risk management. You just don't want to copy trade from people and then just put it on your chart without you understanding how much you are supposed to risk, and then the chart difference, okay, and so many other things related to this risk management of a thing that you need to understand. Because the lot size, because sometimes some of these mentors, they will send you that, okay, oh, use so lot size, okay. The fact that your mentor tell you to use so lot size doesn't mean, take for example, your mentor can say, oh, use 0.5 lot size on this trade, okay. This is not supposed to be applicable to every one of you. One, because your capital is different. The capital you have is different. Your mentor may have a bigger capital that can accommodate the cost of the lot size that you will set eventually if you use that lot size, and you may not have that much capital. That is another thing. So, and another thing is this: if your capital, if you have the same capital with your let's say your mentor, for example, and you feel like, okay, if since your mentor is using this particular amount of money lot size, then you should be using the other. No, you also need to find out if you are using the same broker. Take for example now, I use Bybit to trade my stock markets and the gold commodity market and all that. I use Bybit. For those of you who doesn't know, Bybit actually allows that now. You can actually connect MetaTrader 5 with Bybit. So before I was using SNES, but now I use Bybit. So now on Bybit, for example, the smallest lot size I can use in my account is 0.1. So that 0.1 is somehow expensive. So you that is doing maybe using SNES now, you may not you may not be like 0.1, for example, is like 0.01 on Bybit, okay, and it's a little bit costly, not really that costly, but it's more expensive than 0.01 on some broker. So if for example, and I said, oh, I'm using 0.2, that doesn't mean on your own broker, because you are not using Bybit. If you use 0.2 where the smallest lot size is 0.02, you should know that 0.2 on that your broker might be very very expensive, that when you set stop loss it will cost you more than half of your account. So in such situation, you want to make sure that when they call that lot size, you do not want to follow the lot size. You want to consider the lot size that is going to suit the capital you have, that is also going to be in alignment with the kind of broker you are using. So these are the things that you need to understand about taking signal. So basically, this is what I want to tell you. And lastly, what I just want to say is this: I see no reason why you should also be taking signal if you can learn the art from your mentor or from anybody. If you learn the art and you do it the proper way and you don't get greedy and you follow risk management and you manage your mindset and everything, I believe you should be profitable. You should be able to take trade and do it yourself. And this is why I used to tell people that it is better. Nobody's an island of knowledge, okay? But at least you learn. When you learn from this person and you learn from this person, you learn from this platform, you learn from this platform, you can put everything together simply. You can put everything together, filter it, filter it, put ideas from here, from here, from here, filter it, and come out with a good system of your own. And I believe if you try it for, like, if you do this thing for 6 months, if you practicalize this thing for 6 months, you are going to understand what works for you. Okay, what works for you. For example, in my own case now, my strategy and the way I see markets is different from other people, from majority of people out there. Like me now, I don't play with fundamentals. Fundamentals determine what I want to do on my technical, on my charts. Okay, why some people depend on only technical analytics, technical analysis, sorry, without considering other things. Okay, other things, probably they can just look at high impact news and that's all, but I look at fundamental critically and understand what is going on. Take for example, I want to understand, because I trade US indices now, for example. So I want to understand what is always going on with US economy. Take for example, Trump tariff and all those things. I want to understand how that is going to affect the market, and I want to know when and how or to which direction should I be considering taking the market. Okay, these are the things that I look out for. Then when I do that, then that is when I understand what is going on fundamentally. Take for that tariff, how is it going to affect the market? Oh, it might actually cause about inflation, and that might actually affect the market to go bearish for short period of time, not for a long time, because they are still going to, definitely measures will come in and then the market is going to bounce back. So for a short time, so within that short period of time, what do you want to do? Oh, I want to be looking for sell opportunity. That is when I will go to my chart and see if I have a double top, for example, a head and shoulder pattern or market at a resistance at that particular time. Okay, then I want to short the market. Okay, so that is the idea. Now take for example the Mexico and sorry that I'm deviating. I'm only trying to tell you that you need to actually learn from different people, try to look at things and then try to incorporate some of these things together. You filter it and then try them out for a short period of time and pick out the ones that actually suits your personality, that actually works for you after trying them for 6 months. Okay, so that is all I have for you today. I believe this video is helpful. If you intend to take my mentorship and understand, if you want to know how I am able to do some of these things and keep making money, and that makes me a full-time trader, because this is what I do for a living. I don't do any other thing. I trade stocks full-time and forex market full-time, and commodities like gold and crude oil. So if you want to understand how I do my own, okay, how I see the market, how I approach the market, you can actually check the link in my bio and join my mentorship class. You'll see my Telegram link there, so you can easily just message me on Telegram. I will get you to it. So if you learn the act, you can also, the ones you've known before, you can then try to put things together and see how it works. And if you see that my strategy or my system works for you better, you can just keep doing it for a few months and see how it works for you, and then basically I believe you are going to become consistent with your profit, and then you will be able to rely solely on trading. So this is what I have for you. I believe the video is helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in my next video.